Welcome to Windscape. My name is attackslug, and as always, full disclosure, this copy of the game was provided to me by the publisher. This comes out tomorrow on early access on Steam. It will be $16.99 with a 20% launch discount, and I will jump into this first-person, inspired by Zelda survival and also crafting and adventure type game. I'm not going to go into my save here. I played for about a half an hour. I'm actually going to go back to the beginning. I don't know how much of the game is actually in this early access build that launches tomorrow. I know that there is only one island in this build, and the plan is to have 5 islands and, you know, a full story and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to jump back into the very early stuff. I actually know what I'm doing here. And yeah, so this is out tomorrow in early access. And I've played enough to kind of get a reasonable understanding of what is provided here and what the game is all about. Certainly heavily visually inspired by games like Wind Waker and Skyward Sword on that Zelda trip. But here we are. Here is our main character, and we're going to get into just, you know, the basics and run through a couple of the opening missions. And I will kind of explain the things that I like and that I don't like, as I usually do here on this show in the gameplay preview. So we are here in the first person. Xbox controller. You can see here some of the prompts, some of the button stuff is all pretty much the like standard stuff. So obviously, you know, this is early access, and you know that will change. I would imagine will change. You know, they will replace the generic button prompts by the time the full version comes out. The only thing here that you aren't going to see is the fact that underneath my face is like a compass. Not a map, but a compass. And that will give you an idea of where to go. But before that, we're going to head to our dad here and see what he wants. Hey, what's up? Good morning. So, mission stuff, how can I help you? Go make dinner. So this is going to introduce you to the basics of the crafting system and how that plays out. So go talk to Mom here, see what she wants. She wants to make me to make a stew. Onions, herbs, and meat. Gotcha. So we're going to head back outside and make this a stew. So your left bumper is to run, and you will see stamina draining there underneath my health bar. But I will explain that part once I get into the combat in a little bit here, and why that's kind of strange, but perhaps an intentional design decision. I don't actually know. But I should mention, this game pretty much made by one dude, which I always find incredibly impressive as someone who, you know, just makes dumb YouTube videos, that you could have one person make a whole game and have it work as well as it does is utterly fascinating to me. So I'm going to go over here to the pot. We're going to say, hey, stew instructions, and then make that stew. And then it'll make, and then we have crafted a stew. Huzzah! Go back and talk to Mom here. And say, I cooked the stew, and I finished that quest, and now go talk to the dad to say, hey, Dad, come get, like, you should already smell it, but come get the damn dinner. Dinner is served, sir. Dinner's ready. Great. Alright, so now my first actual mission is to go deliver this package to the town. So watch out for wild animals. Have this club. So now I have my inventory, and I can go take this club here and equip it. And then I have a club. So as I was saying about the stamina. So stamina, as you run around here, you can see it drains stamina. But you can swing this club all damn day long, and it's not going to drain any stamina. I'm not sure that that's intentional, or if that's going to change by the final release, but I thought that was kind of weird. So yeah, I know what the inventory is. So we're heading to Sky Harbor. So not that way, we're heading this way. And we're going to meet a wolf to fight upon our path as we head there. Yeah, no, I understand. I only have one weapon. There are all kinds of strange and fantastical creatures here. That is a save point, and he will explain, hey, you hit a save point. Tell me. Mystical energy. So, the thing with the save points is that you can really, as of right now, abuse the combat system, because you will walk away a little bit and then walk back a little bit and it'll save again, and every time it refills your health to 100%. So that's interesting. So I can actually pull up the map here, and you can see here, this is the one island that we have, and I want to hang a right here because this blue dot right here is where I should be, going. So we're going to head this way, and there shall be a wolf upon our path to fight, and, you know, things to pick up, like purple herbs. And there is things that we can't get yet. There is ore we can't mine yet, and trees that we can't cut down yet. And here is our first enemy. So, as far as I could tell, there is no lock-on yet. So it is literally just block and hit, and block and hit. So, with one enemy, pretty simplistic combat at this stage of the game. You know, not that much different than, say, a Skyrim type thing, but obviously at this point, very early, less options. And then we get some animal tendons. Now, I lost 5 health points. If I just run back here to this, 100%. So, that seems to be pretty easily abusable, but it obviously depends on where the health points are, or where the checkpoints are in, there's a cave, in the game. And, you know, that obviously, so here's some ore. I can't get it yet because I don't have the right tool. So, we'll get into town and buy that tool. I got a diary entry about the wolf. And we will head here into the city with plenty of NPCs. And, alright, there's some bees here. Sup, bees? And you whack that bee. And yeah, like, I don't know. I'd kind of prefer, at least for single enemies, some kind of a lock-on might be nice. But perhaps that's just not in the cards. Or perhaps I'm not hitting the right button. I don't know. I've tried I tried the usual buttons that you would hit for a lock-on, and it hasn't happened for me yet. Anyway, this guy's just like, hey, you can run. Running is a good thing, so we're just gonna ignore him. And go make this delivery. So I like this visual style. I think this looks amazing for what it is. And I think that the soundtrack is pretty good. And I've been enjoying, you know, just the whole vibe of this game is very much, hey, go on an adventure, have some fun. You know, I like games like that. Sky Harbor. Sky Harbor. So you can see the blue thing getting bigger and bigger, and you head toward that blue dot, and then we'll go talk to this guy here and deliver our stuff here. They don't talk English, they kind of talk gibberish, which is kind of, you know, the old Zelda way of doing things. Have your package. Quest complete. So, he will give me another mission and some coins. So, copper ore. He needs copper ore. Now, we passed some ore on the way here. But also, talk to this guy. He will give me another mission. Charcoal. I know where to get those things. But he gave me some coins, so first and foremost, we're going to head to the shop here and buy things to get both wood and coin while avoiding... I mean, they're NPCs, and they have, you know, bits of dialogue, but it's kind of hard to tell which ones right now will give you any kind of a side mission. So I guess your best bet is to talk to them all, but I've been kind of just, you know, looking for ones that, you know, might be special in some way. So yes, we're going to buy the pickaxe, and we're going to buy the lumberjack axe. Those are important. You can't really, as far as I can tell, cut down stuff in town here, so I gotta go back and leave town. Game saved. Yeah, that's going to happen a lot. It's going to happen a lot. So once you have the right tools, you can head out here and say, hey, I need a tree. And then hit the X button, and then just kind of sit here and wait. Like, hands-free, just sit here and wait. So, that's not great, honestly. Like, I don't know. I'm not a crafting game guy, so that's kind of just my opinion on that. Is I'm not a big fan of crafting and survival, and, like, that stuff is just, to me, it's tedious. But, here we go. Some wood. Pick up your logs. And I needed 2 bags of charcoal, so we can't hit those trees, but we can hit these green trees. So, again, hit the X button, sit and wait. It's not the most interesting thing in the world, but it'll get you where you need to go. I think we'll finish this mission, and then we will head toward the caves to kind of get into a little bit more of the combat and then wrap things up. But yes, I don't know how much of this game is here. You know, I played about a half an hour and enjoyed what I played. I'm not sure how much of the content is here. Obviously, this is early access, so it has a ways to go. But I want to say that I have to go over here. Yes. So you head over here to these things, and then you say, hey, I want some charcoal. And then you make some charcoal. Now, I had to do it twice, because it didn't let me do it more than once. Even though I had, you know, that amount in my inventory. I'm not really sure why that is, but it is what it is. So, that being done, you head back here to the guy over here that wants this mission done for him. The apprentice is going to be standing over here. Junie. Got your charcoal! Great! So you can forge stuff over here, but I don't have what I need to forge yet. So it's like, hey, I want this sword. You need 2 bars of copper, dry wood, and animal tendons. And for this sword, you need, you know, animal tendons, dry wood, and iron bars. I don't have any of that yet, so we're going to go to Walter's Watermill, which is our next stop on this bit of questing. But yes, I would prefer a better sword of some kind. That would be nice, but we're not quite there, as it were. So, let us rock and roll in this direction. Pull up the map here and see. I gotta just hang a left out of here and then head toward the right, and we'll fight some stuff along the way. Some spiders and whatnot. Spiders. But yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting game from what I played thus far. It definitely kind of gives you a bit of that first-person Zelda vibe, which is alright by me. I'm not 100% sold on the enemy combat stuff just yet, but it's not broken, like it works. I'm just not sold on it being compelling to play just yet. But hey, again, early access, so it's got a ways to go. Say, hey old man! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then you go look at the thing here, and you're like, hey, shit's falling apart. That's bad. That's real bad. But much like a Zelda game, guess what? You can go in here and go, you know what? Screw your house. I'm taking your coins and your stuff. Like, nobody ever gets mad at you for that. I don't understand why. Video games. Video games. Here's that wolf again. Always in the same spot. Boom. So I can just kind of just sit here and just go club, 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 and then he just dies. Like, there's no penalty for that, because there's no stamina, you know, when you're swinging the club. There's no loss of stamina. So, that's weird, but, again, early access. And then we head through this gate where it is more dangerous. I got a permit. Be careful. So here we get into the multi-enemy combat in a moment. Let me get these sticks first. Dry wood and shit. Yep. So there should be some spiders over this hill. Hey, spider, 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 spider. So the multi-enemy stuff is like, it's kind of hard to not get hit. And there's no lock-on, so it just, yeah, it's a little much. Like when there are this many little guys just swarming your ass and all doing attacks to you. It's not great. So I'll be curious to see how this particular stuff evolves as the game gets, you know, closer to being finished. Anyway, let us continue our quest to deliver this copper ore. So you can see here on the side of the road there is a deposit, and we can sit here and mine that shit with our pickaxe. There you go, copper ore. And then we're going to head toward the water windmill, and there should be an attack from something else here, I think. But that's okay, because guess what? Full health, Peace out. And we got some more vendors here who will be happy to sell us some goods that you know, we already have, so not a big deal. But let's go talk to this guy over here. Say, hey, Walter. Here you go. Finish quest. So this is basically as far as I got when I played originally, was to go get the copper from the bandits in the mine, which there's a blue dot there on the map. So we're going to head into that mine for just a little bit and then wrap things up here. Because I think you've kind of gotten the general idea and the gist of it, of what this game is. And I think it's pretty neat. So one of the things I'm the most curious about here is how they're going to handle the forest stuff. If you have the option to cut down all these trees, and this game is not procedural, this game is, you know, handmade. So are all the trees just going to be gone? Like, is there a finite amount of wood, or will the trees respawn at some point? I guess is my question. I don't actually know yet, but that's definitely a thing to keep in mind here. Here are a bunch of guys, and these are the bandits. They're like rat people or something. So here's the thing. These guys could totally be whipping my ass. There's a save point right there. So I could just easily just walk over to that save point and give my health back. As long as I get there before I die, no big deal. So it kind of makes the combat a bit trivial, because there's no real fear of death when the save point is right there. So I'm not sure how you fix that, but, you know, again, I'm not a game designer. I just make YouTube videos. So we're going to head into the mine here. Here we are in the mine. I like this lighting. I think it looks pretty good, and I generally like this rendering that they've done with this game. I think it's very evocative. But here is this asshole. And then I'm going to just, you know, smash him in the face, because what else do you do here, you know? If I get hit and almost die, I go back to the save point and get my health back. But also, some enemies will drop hearts, so that's interesting. And we gotta open up a switch here. And then, hey, things to break. I like breaking stuff. Yep. Free stuff is always the best. Always the best. Anyway. So yeah, nice big cave system here. Plenty of enemies, like handcrafted dungeons and that kind of stuff. So that's all pretty cool. And I am certainly looking forward to see how this game evolves as it gets, you know, further and further along. So I would imagine there's a... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think there's any fall damage. I haven't actually... doesn't seem to be any fall damage here. But I did not mean to come down here, to be honest. Because you can get ganged up on by too many enemies and then get your ass whipped just because they're all attacking you at the same time. But there I managed to survive, and I can get some of this copper ore from these bandits who just stolen just giant chunks of ore, apparently. I don't know. Boom. I'm not sure how much I need to, you know, make it should happen, but whatever. The crafting stuff seems pretty straightforward. I'm not having to go out and say, okay, well, what does 3 sticks and 1 rock do? Or, you know, any of that Minecraft nonsense. So I appreciate that, to be honest, as, you know, someone who is not particularly big. Ooh, that's a nice locked door. I'm going to end right there. That is a mystery locked door. I am attackslug. This is Windscape, out on early access on Steam tomorrow for $16.99 with a 20% launch discount. As always, thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel, and I'm out.